Mm, mhm. Mm,
She love when me beat on it. One bad then she turn up the speed for me. Spend bags up, no she will never leave money. Then done, she said that this song real heavy. Say me think she better with me, yeah she bad, she ready. Then she hear me and the beat, cause we baby that got me ready. Tight pussy tight, it that make my pocket fire. Then she put it in the night, as I fucking on the try. She know want the little boy day night. Say she want me do the things no other girl can do. Whole night she telling me she really want boom. Say she really want right, right, right. Bend over, bend over. From your neck to your foot, take them clothes off. Say she love the back shot, ready, set, move. I don't know how long I'll have my for tonight. I am not well. So we go see. I playing our one nose here. I playing our one side here. And we go see. I know it's not gonna be long. I know it's not gonna be long. I'm sure about that. What's that? Yeah, it's not gonna be long. Bom cha da da. She done bị tập thành cha. Denil, Denil, with all due respect, holiday last. Boni, Poncha, Aspa. Ni, na play muzzle. And I'll give it in my head. I ain't even wasting no time, dog. I ain't even wasting no time. Who miss out, miss out. Oh, nah, boy, dog, boy. And it's not even like a sick dying sick, eh? You see my nose, boy? Nah, boy. I know it's that one, boy. I know it's that one at all. Ole, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the little small lime. Welcome to the little small lime. You ain't gonna be no long lime. Welcome to the little small lime. One inside, one inside. Who like, who don't like. Do whatever they want tonight. Or they could say whatever they want, or they could do whatever they want. Frick off same way, right? Let me see what's going on here. The funny thing though, dog, what get my vex is that the story is starting off rapid. Like I seen a story here that I tell myself, boy, I should leave this story for when you know the life pumping now, boy. But maybe it probably wasn't supposed to be read with too much of people. Maybe. So that is why, you know, the things does go how it's supposed to go now, boy. So we will go with it. We will go with it because I watch it and I say, hey boy, this look like I should wait till I feeling in good standings to read this kind of story now, boy. But who here, who not here, well, yeah. Alright, just now, Aiden. Just now. Take a little 30 minutes. The funny thing is, that might be. Don't feel because I say do whatever I want or like come and start playing on the last. Right? Don't feel because I say do whatever I want, you could come and play in your last. Take a time out. Quickly. Have some freaking respect same way. To whoever, to Fury, whoever. Take a time out. Next, who again? Who want to tag in? Who want to tag in? Let's come now, man. Come now. You feel like you just had to get disrespectful just so? You feel like you just had to get disrespectful just so? Where you feel it is? Take a time out. Have some freaking respect here, boy. Where you feel this is? Anyways, Ole, tell a story about a good for nothing man / woman. Oh, DAPPA listeners, I just putting it out there that Pizza Hut was the establishment from the story a couple. I feel last story is when she meet the man in the party and who was bowling and thing in the co-workers kind of vibes. I know was one of them little establishments in a boy. I know had to be one of them little establishments in a boy. Had to be one of them little establishments in a Pizza Hut. I don't remember the story already. But I have our next one. So I feel like every year, God does put me on his strongest soldiers list. Because the things I went through in this life, one day I went out with some brethren to Lime and just cool off after work now. After playing some pool, we decided to go Republics and hold our vibe for the rest of the night. The place steamy and it had a real sweet gal out there. The dog was single, so I was saying, I must get you tonight. Me and the dog started shark and join up the little game plan now, boy. So I spotted a nice little reds in the corner with she friends and waited until she went to the bar so that I could attack. Walked over, buy she a drink. And what threw me off is when she say, I'm not here alone, you know. So what happened to my friend? Greedy, stinking, dirty girl. Anyways, now my story. Let we go. The look I gave her, she realized I not on that. She went back to her friends and I went back to base. Party swinging, eh? So I saw her come up to me and she said, come. Walked outside and she apologized for what don't freaking apologize now. She apologized for what she said and also told me that she and she friend and them, no, told me that she friend and them is loafers and that does always use her as bait because she's the you is the go for. You is the go for friend. You know the pretty friend in the group that you want to get drinks for the whole team? Yeah, that's where your bunks up. Self-esteem low same way, but we ain't get into that. So she then stated that she has her life together and she has been friends with them for years, so she just can't not be friends with them just like that. I told her in order for you to elevate in life smallly, sometimes you just have to leave people behind because they might be holding your back. We then exchanged numbers and I told her to message me when she gets home. Left the party and saw a message from her. We will call she Andrea. Oh, Andrea. Started to have really good, healthy conversations, which led to video call conversations. Started to text daily until we went out on our date. So far, she beaten all the allegations of her loafer that I consider her to be. She had a good job, had she own car, and saving up on her down payment for her. Ooh, what? All right, Andrea. All right, Andrea. So, things started to get pretty serious between us. I took her on a date and made her my girlfriend after 3 months of dating. That night, we had amazing sex, deep conversations about how we intend to carry on our lives as a couple. And one thing about me, I am a man of communication and transparency. No matter how bad the situation, let me know now. And let me decide whether I stay in or not. Hurt me with the truth. We were moving pretty quickly, but some of her behavioral patterns started to change. I noticed how quickly she would change the topic when we spoke about having kids. Although it was still early in the relationship, a conversation about it wouldn't hurt. One morning she messaged me and said she have a doctor's appointment. Questioned her what it was for and she said it's a regular month checkup. I confused because she never mentioned this before. Tried to brush it off her but I couldn't. Asked her, well, how come I know hearing about this? And she was like, I told you before, but you can't remember. Trying to gaslight me. Things like that, I would normally write it down in my notes app just to remember. I start doing that way. Write it down in my notes app just to remember like the other important things we would have talked about. 2 weeks later, she called me to come over and said we needed to talk. She had a very concerning look on her face. So concerning, it seemed as though she was putting on an act. She then proceeds to say that she's been having morning sick. She's been having morning sickness and her body was acting out of the ordinary. So she took a test. 3 actually, and all of them were positive. She showed me them and I was lost for words. Feeling happy and elated about it, I reassured her that we would be great use a speeder? Use a speeder, virgin? Oh, good. I reassured her that we would be great parents and so on. I'm an overthinker. After all the happiness I was feeling, my thought killed that joy immediately. So I asked her, those monthly checkups, what do they consist of? Because I'm pretty sure they would probably take some blood and urine samples to see if everything okay. She explained that it's mostly blood samples because she has this hereditary conditions where she lacks white blood cells. I leave it like that and start a plan to bring in a new life into this world. Getting all the necessities and regular doctor appointments. Most of the doctor appointments I couldn't attend because of my work schedule, and she had one of those cryptic pregnancies where she wasn't showing until like 8 months. The most I ever hear with them cryptic pregnancies is 6 months. 8 months no showing? That cat and bag. That is cat and bag, brother. That is cat and bag. 8 months no show? The most I ever hear a girl went through is 6 months. 8 months? So what growing? 8 months? Huh. Most of the doctor's appointments I couldn't attend because of my work schedule, and she had one of those cryptic pregnancies where she wasn't showing until like 8 months into the pregnancy, and it still wasn't even showing that much. From the time we suspected the baby was conceived to when the baby was born, I raised some red flags for myself. Within 6 months, the baby was born and fully healthy. Fully healthy, 6 pounds, 5 ounces, a boy, which we already knew. My mind keep playing games on me. I had this really weird feeling that something wasn't right. Pulled an old chick from up my sleeve and asked her, so when you was going on tell me, trying to pick she out now, boy. She didn't fall for it, so I just let my intuition slide. Months going by, everything going nice, baby getting big, relationship going strong. Started to think about proposing to her until one day we chilling at home and her ex from a previous relationship came across my suggested unfit face. You see that suggested? That's the Lord. Suggested, and they want to know what this man doing on your algorithm, bringing that person in your eye because your person interacting with that person a little too regular. So maybe because let me not give out algorithm secrets now, boy. Let me not give out algorithm secrets now, boy. So at first glance, I see in my precious baby boy's face. Nah, 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 nah. No way. No way I scrolling through Facebook and see a fella in my suggested. And when I watching that fella, I see my son face. The crime rate going on rise. The crime rate going on rise. It have no boy. What your man is be going through now, boy? Nah. I had to do a little double take. And I was like, nah. Nah, hold up. When Andrea came home from work, I showed her the profile and was like, what a coincidence. Baby boy looking just like your ex. She started to get a little irate and it was like I delusional and I was looking for things and ways to degrade her. So I demanded a paternity test. Well, Dappa, the way this woman started to get on is a way that I never expected her to. She started cussing and carry on. Her mother called me and told me she was furious and calling me all kinds of things, saying that she daughter is not the type of person to do them kind of thing and so on and so on. Thing is, I never suspected her to cheat or even thought she cheated, but my gut telling me something happened just before we met. That's real explain, oh boy. Dappa, when I tell you, I was right. A day or two later, she said we needed to talk, and she basically told me that before we met, she and her ex had sex some weeks before because it was his birthday and she wanted to make him feel special one night. Hey, I do have the patience for this, innit? I do have the patience for this, innit? In actuality, the child is probably not mine. And to settle it once and for all, we did the paternity test. Turns out it wasn't my child after all, and I was right. Her mother then apologized to me, and so on. But Andrea was like, "So what we go do? So what we go do? So what we go do? Yeah, find your blast the child father and go from here. We. The level of delusion woman has come to men with a serious face is scary, but I will be so rotted to know that I form a bond with that child and that child is not mine. I go in and dog, nah. I say we mean what you went and do? I was so upset that she kept that part of jamming her ex for her birthday away from me, and especially how it also brought life into this world. Her best friend also told me that she knew the child wasn't mine, but decided not to say it. Must be that. Them kids and them as dogs. Andrea was upset that I didn't want to stay, but I was content into not staying. Let's normalize men having preferences, please, without being ridiculed for it. I am one for my first child must be a first child, and yes, dog. Nobody's judging you here. That girl is a dog. Let me get them things out of the way. Nobody's judging you here for not staying. That girl is a dog. And she needs deliverance. Them girl them does need Jesus, boy. Them kind of girls need Jesus, innit? The devil roaming in them, boy. You know you just... Boy. You see them demons? Semen demons, I just call them. All they're good for is... Alright, sorry. I forgot I was sick. My bad. Slept. Let me reel it back in. That's my bad. I went a little too far there. I apologize. I went a little too far there. Sorry. It's the lime now, boy. It's the lime. It's when the lime. It's when the lime start liming. Oh God, nah, boy. I don't know how much more stories I have. What? We go see now, boy. We go see. Ooh, next one. We want next story. We take it on next story. Oh, good. We going again. I feel like two more. I feel like I could make two more. Two more. We could do two more. We going two more. Let me see where we going with. Next caller. And next good for now. Well, please update Akima as to what's going on here tonight, please. Because, yeah. I feel like she reaching late now, but I feel she reaching late. So, let's get Akima a little update. Dolama, kasi. Let me stay good. Tell a story about good for nothing man / woman. So, last year Carnival, I met this boy in Pune. He was a bit young for me, but we hit it off and we talked for months. Before dating, I told him to let me know if he wants something serious because I not on no games, and he said he wanted something serious. So I say cool. After a while, we started dating. I was working and he wasn't. As I said, he was a bit young. 16 going on. No. Let me tell her something, right? I'm not judging because I'm not going to say my life, but what I want to say is, even though all they living some kind of lives out here, don't bring it here. Don't bring that here. You is 19 as a young lady, and you're looking to function with your 16-year-old. Keep that to yourself, baby girl. You really feel like my platform is the place to come and tell that kind of story, right? Like, what about my platform does say, hey, let me go and tell my story about when I was 19 and I was linking with this 16-year-old fella. Baby girl, as a matter of fact, come on the lime. You see this little lime here? Go on TikTok and catch one of them TikTok lives or something with them little children on them. You understand what I'm showing you? Go on TikTok and catch a TikTok live because you're in the wrong space. Go and tell your story on TikTok. That is a TikTok story. Go and take that story and go and tell it on TikTok and see get a little views over there. Don't come here. There's big people I'm in here, boy. It's big people I'm in here, boy. Don't do that again, eh? Alright. I'm not in the mood in it. I'm not in the mood in it. I'm gonna see what's going on here. Worst first jam experience. Good night, Dappa and viewers. Let me get straight into the story. So, I met this guy on Facebook and we'll call him F. So, F and I chatting it up over the phone for about 6 months. All this time, F and I talking. Oh, F. I kind of like to give my proper names there, but alright. F talking about how he will real shift my womb and how he go real eat my vagina. So one Friday night, I outlined with my girls. F happened to be in the same bar. Boom now. F and I decided to leave the bar and go to his house. Now remember, F done telling me about he go down shift my womb and eat me for tea, breakfast and dinner. Cool. So I said, but no. Reach home by F now and take a shower. Waiting for F to come and start the show. Well, Dappa, when F started to eat me out, I swear he chewing gum. Oh, good. A chewing gum? Nah, boy, dog, boy. Now, the guy did say he eating it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so he thinking it's an actual meal. Imagine a man down by your Samsung biting it up now, boy. A man biting up your son. Nah, boy, no, boy. Dappa, F is literally chewing on my clit. I can't even describe how the man started to cut the flick. For those who know me, knows that my mouth have no cover. So I hold F one time and tell him forget that. Because if this is his classic eat out, I don't even want to see what shift in my You know how, just now, wait, big up you, girl. Do you know how horrible your foreplay have to be for a girl to tell herself you're not even putting that inside of it? You know how horrible you have to be for a girl to say she not even concerned, she not even thinking along the lines of, she not even curious. Because if that is what you starting off with, shift who womb. Nah, I didn't even let F enter me. Right there and then is block. Because that was my first and last time. F left me nursing a swollen clit for oh god. F take a different approach to beat the pussy up. This is what we need more women to start doing. We need more women to start letting fellas know right there and then, hey, it's okay. drop me back home. I understand women going and say, boy, in that moment, I just be too frightened and me looking for no R scene. So I just go through it or whatever. And next thing he get aggressive. I understand all that. But if you could find a will, you could find a way to make it out of that man place. Because don't go through that. Nah. Don't go through that. She right. She blasted right. Don't go through that. She don't deserve a better than. Real good for nothing man stories here, boy. Real good for nothing. Don't wham. What date we on? We're on the 5th of August, guys. We are on the 5th of August. We finally reached August. We in Lyman, but we here for a bit. For those who don't know, I am under the weather. I play in our one nose, but my throat little scratching up. So if you find like the voice getting a little deep sometimes, it's because I'm trying to preserve the little vocal cords now. Right? That is all I'm saying. So anytime I ever go down in this little deep little, you know, I'm just saying. Right? Tell a story about a good for nothing man / woman. Good evening, Dappa. This story is about how man is dog and how it have more mad people outside than inside. For a short while last year, I make up with my favorite ex and I calling him Aaron. Oh, Aaron. He was in the process of speaking to other women, including a woman he met at his workplace, and we'll call her Demetria. For legal reasons, oh Demetria. Aaron and Demetria did not get into the serious phase of any relationship because he was only sexually attracted to her and didn't actually want her. His words, not mine. Demetria had a strange quirk. What's the quirk, you may ask? She had a hobby that is entailed esoteric practices and worshipping the Just now, I feel like I need a little Bible at my side. Where we going with this? Where this going? Hey. Big 5x6 tattoo of Nah. Hello. Aaron is the bravest man on the face of the earth. Aaron is the bravest man on the face of the earth. So, Aaron was like, I'm not really into that, but she was dead set on trying to convince him that it wasn't a big deal. But Aaron standing his ground. He was a big Hindu and firmly believed that whatever she was into would interfere with him. He also believed that she didn't know what she was doing, which she wasn't, and instead of finding someone open-minded enough to accept her lifestyle, she tried to force it and demanded that he change his mindset. This led to one of the craziest incidences that I've ever witnessed. Around that time, I reappeared into the picture with the intention of repairing the bond. But I also realized that Aaron was on some whole shit. So, from the get-go, I see that comment and I will ignore it. From the get-go, I didn't take the situation too seriously and didn't expect or want us to get back together in a relationship. We warmed back up to each other quickly and started exchanging gifts, letters, I used to pass at his workplace on his lunch break when I had the chance. He would give me money and jewelry as if I was still his woman. He told me everything that occurred in his life while I was gone and all the other women that he's been talking to, including Miss Obia woman. Also said that none of them could fill the emptiness like I could. Daryl sweeter, but I still find he was on shit. So he started to be around me more than anybody else. Well, boy, when I tell you, had to be crazy yourself. You, boy, any man tell dog, any gal come and let me know she ex into that kind of thing, this is the thing, or she linking with somebody who into them kind of thing. Why doing they? Boy, all that good. I just praise my Jesus so much, but even though I know my Jesus better than that, but I not fiddling with that kind of thing, boy. Me not fiddling with that kind of thing, but as much as I know my Jesus and my God bigger than better than everybody, why dibbling and dabbling there to test my God's strength? Nah, let me don't even have that. Let me don't even have that battle now. Let me don't even have that battle. All that good boy, dog boy. So she always used to bring food for him on work, and when I reappeared into the picture, suddenly Aaron saying that she food making him feel off. Like he would taste a metallic undertone like blood. Boy, what? What you all you playing with, boy, oh boy? A girl give dog. Nah. I'm a spiritual person myself, and it doesn't take rocket science to know what she doing to the food. After a consultation with the pundit, he was warned against consuming or taking anything from her, as she would get more depraved and attempt even worse and more the jealous she got. He started refusing her food, and it's almost like that activated the tattoo on she. She good. She. One night, I by his house. Mind you, outside there's a bad area to be in, especially at night. The time saying 12 midnight, outside pitch black, like somebody bamsy hole. All we could hear now is Aaron's phone ringing off the hook. It was Dimitra saying, outside, I just want to talk to you. Give me a chance now, please. But who invite you? Her night shift would finish around 12 a.m. and she lived in a bad area herself. Don't know why instead of going back in she mother house and lie down, she come here to beg like a dog in her next bad area. This happened several times. They would either argue loud enough for the entire street to hear, or she would accept defeat and leave. There was this one time she'd show up uninvited while he was sliming at a bar, acting like one deranged lunatic, going on about, oh, she's the better choice for him. Aaron friends had to band up like the Avengers to put she in a car and send she back in Port of Spain. After that, if that was me, I would have calmed down. You think she take the hint? No, sir. She cornered him during work and tried to force kiss him in the bathroom, saying that she wasn't going to take no for an answer. It got to the point where she was allegedly throwing obia at me. I used to wake up from dreams with her flipping through some cheap obia. You're playing with the dog, all that crazy, boy. All that crazy. All I used to hear in my head after waking up was Kevin saying, that is not a good thing to do, Gil. I could only laugh because this was real funny to me. What you lighting candle on me for? What you feel I could do? Now, I saying Aaron and Shitter because I was not the only variable in the equation, meaning, from the beginning that other guys he was talking to, he, in my opinion, did not make it clear to Demetria or say, no, I'm never getting into a relationship with you. He kind of waited until the situation got very badly to say it direct, which is not an excuse for that kind of craziness. But I find like it looked like he provoking her. He also screenshotted her messages of her being desperate and posted it on his private story, sent it for the other girls to see. At this point in the workplace, it had become a big inside joke, unknown to her. His group of friends were going around calling her Miss Lucy. Boy, I pray all this steady furthest away from me, boy. I pray all this steady furthest. Look at the games while they're playing. Look at the games while they're playing. This is not games to be played, boy, dog, boy. I need to finish the story quick, but the story keeps going on. This incident made me abandon Aaron and his pampering. Oh, finally? I didn't think it was worth it after that. He got in an altercation because of his own foolishness, and he would have this shitty thing he would do where he would go out of his way to make the other woman jealous. He would post pictures of him with a girl to make the other girls in his roster jealous, and so the rotation would go. This was the first and last time he would try something like that with me. Late at night again, pitch black, this yaman individual decides to invade my cellular device with a text that says, I'm going out to meet two girls in a party, and post him on all his story just up. I put on my read receipts, opened the message to let him know I read it, and ignored it. After an hour of no replies, he calls me, and I told him, don't get yourself effed up trying to make me jealous. Watch your time and think to yourself, if you have any brains in your body and venturing outside, you have any car? After that, he laughed, and half 1 in the morning, I get a call saying he in the police station because he get robbed passing in some back street. I stoops, went in my bed. The next day, I carried medication and even offered to carry him to the hospital. Told him I could bring a private doctor because he said no. He said don't spend your money. He said he would get someone else to pay for him. After squabbling with him for an hour, I went in my house. Am I wrong for wrestling with a grown man who's refusing help? Later in the you and all mad too. No? Later in the day, I get a weird text on my Instagram saying he's been taken care of. And I'm like, who's this? Demetria. So he choose Demetria to cut the flick. Anyways. I started getting annoyed because why she texted me from his phone? He would not let she in my chat willingly. So I thinking he did. What going on? She started telling me that she's not gonna release any information about him because I didn't help. I wanted to cuss this girl's first thing. She talking about my lack of maturity and how I handle the situation. Anyways, she could audition for Hollywood. I was holding back the urge to tell that I ain't afraid she mediocre and work. I fed up on the story. I fed up on the story. Ole, just now, eh? Just now. I come back there. Just now. I come back for you. One more, guys. Oh God, please don't be long. One more, guys. One more. Alright. Let me see how this is going. Tell a story about your greatest first time experience. So, I got married in August 3rd and started UE in August 28th. On the first day of class, this smooth, dark, put together, handsome lecturer walked in the class. I introduced myself and all I could think to myself is, I have to fuck. You didn't just now. You didn't just say just now. Hold on. Where the marriage gone? Somebody said 25 days later. You nah. I completely forget I was married. What is going on? Like, I remember thinking, but where the fuck you've been all my life? Everyone in that class was mesmerized. Over the semester, by October, I started wearing short. You go into class looking like a little whore. You go into class like a little Jezebel. Eh? Watch out here. Delilah. Oh, go. I start wearing short dresses and skirts and very little underwear to his classes, always in view of his desk. Spoke to others nearby, but opened my legs to play it off as, accidental sight. What your shit? Accidental sighting. I would accidentally brush into him and grope his dick in full view. What? War boy? War boy? In full view of others, but he would never react to make it obvious or stop me. I would accidentally stop in front of him so that he could walk into my ass. I always looked into his eyes after making these mistakes without saying anything. The tension unreal. I ignored him a lot as well, so others couldn't form a connection. Never smiled when his name is called, never contributed jokes or flirting. As far as everyone knew, I just married. I remember one day in November waiting on my 5 p.m. class to start. I knew he had no classes and let him see me enter an empty classroom. He came in and locked the door behind him. Hold on. Hold on. Your lecturer? Your lecturer? He came in. That is what going on in UE? That is what going on in UE? He came in and locked the door behind him, and I wanted to disappear. He lifted me onto the desk, raised my dress, and pulled my panty to the side. He began to eat me out, and I remember thinking to myself, where the fuck you was all my life? Tongue fucking me with such passion. Penis fat, long, and had the perfect pink tip. I remember thinking, I not backing down. He bent me over the desk and rubbed the tip up and down on my... Nah. Then proceeded to send some strokes that had me gripping the desk in amazement. I went on my knees and sucked his dick so good. He looked at me in amazement and then came in my mouth. I looked at him, swallowed, fixed myself, and left him in the room. Mission accomplished. As far as everyone knows, I went to school and learned. Baby girl. And your husband probably paying your tuition. This is what does get me mad in a boy. Your husband probably paying your tuition in a boy, dog boy. Nah. Well, I can't make it. Look, wait. I can't make all it. I can't make. Well, I will see for I get two. Once I'm better, and depending on how my next week, I'm promising. Depending on how my next week go, nah, I can't make. I really can't make. My nose leaking, all kind of thing. Depending on how my next week go, I will try and give all you two next week. Ain't promising, but we will see how it go. Because right now, nah. All you, more life, more love, more everything. This is you. This is your